welcome back to another episode here on the Richter Show. Today we are in the city of Lviv in Ukraine. So I am walking right now through the city of Lviv. I'm more or less in the city center, and right now during the time you can see that all the monuments and sculptures are kind of protected because of what's happening with the war. Like this one in front of me, so it's not uncommon to see that. It seems like everybody's living just like a normal life, but then again, what else can you do? And technically speaking, this is on the opposite side of where the actual war is going on, so it is technically a little bit safer, but you will see a lot of military personnel all around the city. You can see how they have everything protected with metal sheeting. There's actual some netting around this. Even as simple as putting some plywood on it to protect it as best as possible.
When you're in Ukraine, you're going to see a lot of Ukrainian flags. You can tell that the Ukrainian people are very proud of their heritage and their country, and that's something really pretty neat to see. You will notice that there are a lot of buildings that are covered up, at least during the time that I'm making this video. And once again, this is also based on what I see and my experience and my opinion on a lot of things. But for the most part, if you're in the city of Lviv, which is the furthest part that you can be from the front lines, you will see that it's more of a normal life to what it is now. You will encounter a lot of things, like for example on this church, so you could see that it's kind of like closed off to protect some of the statues and some of the relics that they have. They try to do what they can, even if just by boarding up the windows with plywood. So they try to keep things as safe as possible to protect it and preserve it as much as they can, even though it might not seem that significant, but it is. I mean, they've also fenced out some areas. And I want to show you this church that I'm actually walking by inside. For the most part, Ukraine is more towards the Christianity side. They are more into believing in Jesus, Virgin Mary, angels. So you will find a lot of churches that around all of Lviv. Also, Orthodox is another part of, let's say, the religion that they really believe in. And a lot of these are pretty old, so it makes it even more unique to see them. I just want to show you some paintings of Jesus and the whole structure. It's just really pretty, really nice to see it. And I love in general visiting as many churches as I can, or whatever the religion is in that country, and just checking everything out. It's just always unique. It's always separate from everything else that you encounter back at home. So that's one of the great things and great benefits of also traveling. Now, it seems that everything is intact, at least in this area, but I wouldn't say it about everywhere else. And if you are a little bit lost, it's kind of cool that there are maps around the city. Now, I am more towards the city center, so if you do get a little bit lost, you can always just go to one of those maps and kind of guide yourself back to it. I want to also take advantage to show another church, so that way you see the difference between two different ones. And it's very easy to get to, especially if you're in the city center, right in the middle. You can enjoy a nice piece of Lviv. So it's good to have like a summary of the culture, and part of the culture also involves obviously religion. So let's go ahead and go into this church, and I want to show something in particular about this one. If you can, I always try to leave a donation at one point. It's whatever you want. You're not obligated, but it's really good to help and support the church, especially during the war times that this is in right now. So I have to kind of make my way through it because a lot of these people are kind of like blocking the entrance. This one was a little bit bigger than the previous one that I just showed you, and it has just amazing paintings all around, and the decoration is epic as well. Now, particular here on this left side, there's, let's say, like a memorial homage to all the fallen heroes that they claim, and you would see a lot of their pictures, a lot of soldiers, a lot of volunteers, and a lot of victims as well that have unfortunately passed away because of the situation that's happening right now and the conflicts. But you will see tons and tons of photographs of them, of all the soldiers and everybody that has been fighting, and those that accidentally lost their lives, that were not even in the front lines. But you will notice this currently all around Ukraine. Right now, here's another area of the city. I'm actually going to start looking for a place to eat, and I'll show you one of my favorite meals here in Ukraine in general. So here we go.
This is the restaurant called Borscht. Wartime. Pelmeni. Haven't had this in a while. Pretty cool.
This is actually one of my favorite dishes in Ukraine. It's actually borscht soup, and it's actually really delicious. I enjoy it every time I have the opportunity to have it. This is just some garlic bread, but it's totally worth it if you have never ever tried it before.
I just finished eating at that restaurant over there. But the food was pretty good, actually. I enjoyed it, and it did have typical Ukrainian food, which is what I mostly came here for. So I'm satisfied, and I have about an hour before the curfew starts, so I'm gonna walk around, and then I'm gonna be stuck inside the hotel. As you can see behind me, another example of how they are actually protecting as many of the old buildings and structures and monuments. Even this cathedral, they have it boarded up as best as possible, all to prevent more destruction of it. I'm surprised this one isn't covered up. So this is close to 10 p.m. We'll have about an hour before they close, so I'm guessing everybody's trying to get home quickly. People are getting their last meals, last drinks, before all this will be actually quiet and there'll be nobody on the street except soldiers and military personnel and police. I'll take a picture with this. Might be getting a little too dark for the meta glasses, but this is a small park. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see videos like these, either only on the Richter Show. See you on the next city review.
Shout out to the host, to the Richter. This the Richter Show, the Richter Show.